beginning to work on the floor today. And our plan is to put cedar around the perimeter, like a border. And that's two purposes. One for looks, the other purpose is when we pour the resin we plan on using on top of the slivers, that'll hold the resin, keep it from running out. And in the middle, we made this octagon out of some cedar. And the slivers, of course, will go up to it. And then leading from each corner of the octagon, there's 8 sides. Then we're going to come from here straight to the wall with each corner. So we'll have 8 different segments. And 2 reasons we done that. Number 1, the looks. Really wanted the 8 different segments and the decorative cedar in between the slivers and for looks. Number 2, when you put the resin down, you can only do a section at a time. In other words, you can't do the whole floor, because if you pour it thicker than an 1/8 inch, you got to use a second coat, then a third coat, however many coats it takes. So that will allow us to do just a segment at a time, and we can pour the resin, get that part done, go to the next one. That way you can stand on the part that you haven't done and reach the different segments. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to pull this octagon. These are just laying down there just to show you what it looks like. We're going to take them up, and then we've got to paint the floor black, because if we didn't, you would see all those markings we made in the subfloor through the clear resin. So that would be bad. That would not look good at all. So we're going to paint the whole floor black, and hopefully that'll give us a black background for the resin. So we've got an octagon in the middle. At each corner of the octagon goes back to the border that we put around the floor. And that's cedar. All of this is cedar. And then we're going to put the wood slices everywhere except right in the middle. If we have enough, we'll put them in the middle too. Maybe we're not sure yet. Pretty good day's work. We haven't seemed like we accomplished much, but those cuts are pretty intricate to make them all work. And I'll even zoom in and show you how some of them don't look too good, but I think they turned out okay. We had to cut a V, you can see in the arms that go out from each corner. It was quite a challenge, but we got it done, and we're happy with the way it turned out. We're done for the day. We're going to start on the wood slivers tomorrow. Alright, Rita's putting the slivers down, and we have 3 sizes. We have a large, medium, and small. The large ones are kind of like that one there, that one, and those are mediums. And then we've got a big box full of pretty small ones. And we put the large and the medium in first, and now we're just going back with the small ones and filling in the gaps between them. No particular pattern to it. You just try to find one that fills in a gap you have. And but that's what it's going to look like. And once we get them all put down, then we're probably just going to air nail them. We considered using just glue, but the trouble with the glue on the smaller pieces, it'll ooze out around the sides, and you'll see it through the resin once we get it poured on. So we're just going to probably just air nail them, leave them where they're setting once we get them all placed where we want it. hard on the knees, so she gave me a break. Here's our temporary mixing table that we set up. This is a 2-part epoxy. You see 2-gallon jugs there. That makes a total of 2 gallons of epoxy. You just mix half and half. And not showing the brand, there's lots of companies that make this. It's just basically a clear epoxy you mix together, and it sets up and makes a glass-like surface.
Okay, Daryl is painstakingly mixing the epoxy resin formula ingredients. Then he poured it into the space here, and now he's taking the squeegee tool to even it out.
They say you can take a foam brush. In fact, you get one with the kit, but I think this works better. You can get it down in the wood better, and it's smoother. It doesn't leave many air bubbles, I think.
Use whatever tool works for you, I guess, is the advice.
And try to spread it around when you first pour it. It'll tend to run to the level itself anyway, but it makes it easier if you don't have to pull it over to the corner like I'm having to do here.
Just makes it look like those wood slivers are floating.
Here's the floor, ready for the final coat of epoxy. Well, we plan on using the original door that was on the bathroom because it has the white finish on it and it matches the hallway. But on the inside, this is our plan for that. We had this old door that we got at a yard sale. Had it several years. I'm going to try to make it work as the inside of the bathroom door. My plan is just to attach it to the old door. It is about 4 inches wider than the original door, so I will have to rip it down to the right size. The height is fine, but the width is just a little wider. And it's got these screens in it. It's got a wider screen here on the outside, and it's got a fine screen on the inside. So I'm going to try to clean those up. You can see there's a lot of dirt and dust in between them. So I've got the hose out. I'm going to see what I can do to get all of this crud out of there. And if I can, we're going to try to make this old door work. Here's some of the hardware that was on the old door. Pull handle on the hook there for the catch.
All right, now we are getting ready to put this red door that we found at a flea market, antiquing, yard sale and whatever on Highway 127 yard sale. And we've made it to fit the back side of our bathroom door. We painted the edges black on that door so that it just kind of fades in. Don't see the white when this one gets overlaid on it. I think Daryl's going to staple it or not staple it, but air nail this door to that door. And he's getting ready to make a hole.
In order for this door to sit flat on that door, we have to cut a little indent inside where it'll sit on top of that, what's left of the mechanism there. Well, that's it for part 4 of the bath remodel. We've got one more video and a final part 5 where we'll finish this bathroom, so stay tuned. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, and we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel. Thanks.